Hello and welcome to this emergency episode of the Skiing is Believing podcast, brought to you by Ski Racing Media. Here, keeping it nice, sweet and short for your Sunday episode, as we are going to discuss some of the news items that have crept up on us this week. Alan, the week in which I returned home to England.
Yeah, you did, yeah. And I was in England, but up in the lakes.
Of course.
Relaxing.
So all relaxed out, and you've been thrust back into a frantic week of ski racing news.
Yeah, good. It's good to get back in the saddle.
Yes. In a pre-Olympic summer, do you think this kind of news has been in the boiling pot?
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from? I feel like we were doing quite a lot of these episodes last summer.
Yeah.
With Hirscher and Bratton and Vonn.
Yeah.
And she's going to be a topic again, of course.
Yeah.
But this is the first one.
I know.
For us in 2025.
Yeah. What's the top of the list then?
What's the top of the list? I'm glad you ask, because it is the announcement that broke on Wednesday evening. And that announcement was that World Super G champion Stephanie Venier will immediately retire from the sport after 12 seasons on the World Cup Tour, 169 starts, 12 podiums across both speed events, and 3 World Cup victories. She's also taken 3 World Championship medals, silver in 2017 in the St. Moritz Downhill, gold, as I mentioned, in Saalbach just in February, and that great team combined moment also in Saalbach with Kati Trupper to take the bronze medal. And it has been coming. In the Austrian media particularly, this announcement was expected, but it came to us with a bit of shock. And the reason is still unclear. There's the knee injury that kept her out of Sun Valley. There's all kinds of different reasons why a woman at 31 years old would retire. And we can't say for sure what reason it is, but we just have to express our sadness on them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see a point if it was planned, if it was expected, like it looks as though it might have been. And because she was at the top of her game, it's a good time to finish. If you're at an age when you're thinking about it, it's sad. She'll be dearly missed, certainly by the Austrian team. And it's a shame. But having said that, she's done what she wanted to do, and wish her all the best in the future, because she's put some good results down.
Let me just read out some of what she put in on Instagram. This is translated from German. The snow remains, but my chapter is written. I laughed, cried, fought, doubted. I fell and got up again every time. Thank you, skiing. You will always be a part of me. I'm leaving healthy, fulfilled, and happy. And ultimately, Ellen, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, of course it is.
Healthy, fulfilled, and happy.
Excellent, yeah.
Cheers. The ending of my career is not entirely new and has been maturing in me for some time, but I wanted to take enough time for this radical decision. Once it's made, there's no turning back. There's still an unconditional will that elite sports demands, but that seems to have faded. Apparently she started training in May and it didn't feel right, which is interesting. Skiing has always meant the world to me and I could never imagine a life without it. Now I feel a new phase of my life awaits me and I'm curious about what exciting things the future holds. So I don't know whether we're going to see some kind of coaching role or we're going to see some kind of maternal role. That's quite possible.
Yeah.
We will have to wait and see. But, you know, if I'd come in the next few years, the wild card option is there for her as a world champion in Super G.
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen.
I'm sure we'd be happy to take Stephanie Venier back at any given time.
Indeed.
I think she's only 31. She's got... She could have a couple of years off. But this is one point I'd like to make, and she's the 10th Austrian woman to retire in between 24-25 and the Olympic season. And that could be a problem.
Yeah, could be.
Because here comes the pressure for Connie Hooter.
Yeah.
That's one thing I was thinking, sort of in the aftermath of this announcement.
Yeah, it's difficult. You always think it's a country like Austria will come up with somebody.
Yeah.
And it gives them the opportunity to do that. She's not going to be blocking anybody. And if she doesn't want to do it, then she's better off out of it, isn't she? And doing what she wants, what makes her happy.
Do you think there will be concerns in the Austrian team thinking,
No.
We've lost our world champion?
Not. Yeah, there will be in some respects, but at the end of the day, nobody goes on forever.
No, but coming into this season, Venier absolutely was a contender to be Olympic champion.
Yeah.
And, okay, we weren't maybe as familiar as the Austrian media was about this maturing retirement discussion. But I think, obviously, all being well, had she carried on, then she would have been on my downhill and Super G list as a potential medalist at the very least.
Yeah.
The woman's a world champion. I mean, she's done it once. She's won in Cortina before.
Yeah.
These are all little factors that play in to these big events. But we just want to reiterate to wish Stephanie Venier all the very best in whatever she does, and danke for all the great memories you've given us. I've been watching through some of my commentary clips from her runs. With the World Championship one being the main one from the last couple of seasons. Okay, we've got a couple more to discuss, haven't we, Alan?
Yeah.
Should we talk about another woman who's pretty good in Cortina?
Yeah.
Lindsey Vonn. Is this, and by this I mean the partnership that has been announced with Aksel Lund Svindal, the 42-year-old Norwegian, announcing that he will be Vonn announcing that he will be part of her coaching and tactical team for the upcoming season. Is this one of the biggest coaching announcements in your ski racing memory? And I know that's a lot larger than mine, because it is in mine, I would have to say.
It is, yeah.
It's huge.
It depends. Well, let's face it.
Or is it not?
Together they bring in a lot of knowledge.
And a lot of wins.
And a lot of, yeah. But, I mean, obviously, Lindsey Vonn knows exactly what she's doing. And to bring somebody like Svindal in, it's obviously going to be a bonus for her and for us also. Probably not much of a bonus for the rest of the field.
No.
But certainly, she's in this Olympic year. I can see Lindsay sort of turning it up a bit. Maybe.
Wow. This is Mr. Skeptical, everybody. And here he is.
Yeah.
Is Vonn in the mix?
Well,
is Vonn in the chat, in the conversation?
She's got to be, hasn't she?
She's got to be.
Because I would say she obviously has a lot of confidence in what she's doing.
Oh, yeah.
And to appoint somebody like Svindal as a coach, then she must really be saying, well, I'm going down the line. I'm going to put it on the line, and I'm going to show you what I'm made of. And it's going to be an exciting season.
This is what she shared on Instagram. Our careers have interlinked for so many years, and we have a great friendship with a lot of respect for each other. Since we've both been long-time head ski athletes, the partnership makes perfect sense. I've known Aksel for over 20 years. We trained together in Chile and Colorado and even retired at the same race. Having him by my side now, not just as a friend, but as a coach, is something truly special. That's what she told Fizz on August 6th. It's brilliant. I mean, we don't need fuel for the fun party that is the 2025-26 season. but there's a lot of fuel being thrown in, and a lot.
Yeah.
Every time I see something, or I see a post, or I see a news item on Lindsey Vonn, I think more and more now that she has got a genuine chance of writing more history, but whether it's even just the history it's about, actually doing something crazy. And by something crazy, I don't mean something bad. I mean Olympic medal, World Cup win.
Well, I don't think she would be going down this road if she didn't know in her mind that she's still got a good chance of doing it.
I mean, last season was just proof that she can.
Yeah.
Even from 31, 32 back of the field, she was starting.
Yeah.
Of course. And it's just incredible. I mean, Svindal, they did retire in the same race in 2019, overall World Cup champion in 2009. Their partnership is going to be absolutely amazing. Of course, the 82 World Cup wins for Vonn, 36 for Svindal. You put their podiums totals together, they've got 218 and 5 overall titles and 23 discipline globes.
Yeah.
She's
quite a partnership.
It's a partnership. Yeah. And the bit that really sticks out to me, not just as a coach, because of course she could have the best coaches in the world, but equipment strategist. Someone like Svindal, albeit he's not been working with skis and racing since 2019, but he will know how to get the very best out of those head skis. We know that Lindsey does anyway, but just more experience and more know-how. Of course, Lindsey knows these slopes, but Svindal has that extra added bit, and someone that's been there at the very top with her, who has shared some great moments with her. And you talk about as a friend, and I think this is a very important part of coaching. Not necessarily that you want to be best buds with your coach, but that you can talk about things away from the slope and take your mind off racing and training and gym work, because that relationship, I believe, is fundamental, especially when you're trying to do the insane things that Vonn is trying to do over the next few months, 8 months.
Yeah, I mean, without being disrespectful to a current coaching staff, taking Svindal on is just an extra.
Yeah,
it's not saying they can't do the job.
No, of course not.
It's just an extra, and
I wouldn't think that anyone has been replaced with Svindal's appointment. It's just more to the team.
He'll see things that they won't see. He'll know about things before they happen.
A new angle. I think I read something else where she was talking about his, like I say, his know-how. What's the best line to take on this course?
Yeah.
Those like inspection conversations that you see on the TV being had like at the corners and stuff. And we've spoken about how the Italians recently with Goggia and Brignone have done so well at finding that perfect line and not necessarily being faster, not necessarily being more aggressive, but just taking a shortcut, basically.
Line. Yeah, a good line. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got a couple more pieces if you're okay to move on out.
Yeah.
And you'll be glad about this one.
Yeah.
I believe you're aware that Aleksander Aamodt Kilde is back on snow.
Excellent. To me, that is great news. Not just because he had a horrible injury last year, but because I just look up to him as being one of the top speedsters on the circuit.
Yeah.
And I hope he can come back to his old self, and I'm sure he will, because he's that type of guy, isn't
he? Yeah. He was back on snow this time last year, which is important. And then another infection was found, I think, in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And of course, that was kind of a different thing to the calf laceration that he initially suffered in Wengen. Anytime that one of these big athletes, one of these real powerhouses of the sport is back and even more so from an injury that looked,
Yeah.
that was. It didn't look. It was so bad. I'm just delighted, and he has the capabilities to do something special this year as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Whether it's going to be an immediate return, whether they're going to throw him into the first Super G in Copper Mountain that comes at the end of November.
I would doubt that, but maybe. But I would doubt it.
Of course, we'll see how the plan goes. We don't know whether this back on snow is him in gates or whether it's just turning.
I wouldn't expect him to be full throttle right at the beginning.
No.
He'd probably just get used to the atmosphere again and everything. But mind you, having said that, he is a one-off.
We're talking about Kilde here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you never know. And let's face it, his fiancée didn't take that long to come back once she was back on snow and fit.
Yeah.
And she didn't take long to come back and show everybody that she's still about. So maybe Kilde can do the same.
Yeah. Hope so.
Interesting. Yeah, because it means, you've got on the speed events, then you've got Kilde coming into, and hopefully other people. And on the ladies' side, you've got Lindsey Vonn, who looks as though she's going to up the mantle a little bit.
Mm.
So it just counterbalances a bit of outstepping Venier, having finished.
And we could be at a point where, just touching on Venier again, this is a bit random, but after the Olympics, none of the Olympic champion, the world champion, will not be a current athlete.
No.
And if we're so believed that Lara Gubarami will retire at the end of the season, she's the previous Olympic champion.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a whole new era, and it's a very exciting era.
Oh, it is.
You think about someone like Lauren Masuga.
There's some crackers coming through. There's some absolute belters coming through.
And then again, we could be talking about someone like Hooter going on for another 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
The other potentially last bit of information, but some news here, that the Swiss racer Noel von Grünigen, son of Ian's good idol, Michael von Grünigen, has retired. He put this out on Instagram a couple of days ago. That's it. A wonderful time is coming to an end. After long consideration, I am ending my sporting career as a skier. I can look back on a good number of World Cup races and numerous European Cup starts. The resulting successes I can carry in my heart, and are thanks to the hard work over the 10 plus years as a professional. Somehow I didn't quite get as far as I wanted to as a little boy, but still much further than I thought in the meantime. When I realised how difficult it is to get to the World Cup, I can now still look back with joy.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
All the best to him.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah.
And Noel von Grünigen. I think he got in a second run some point last season, but then DNF'd.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, it would have been nice to have that one final World Cup point score.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not. There is skiing happening. That's crazy to think. New Zealand, Argentina and Chile. We have had races in Chile, a couple of sets in El Colorado, and I believe the Argentinian races so far have all been cancelled due to adverse weather conditions, and some that were supposed to go off in Treble Cone. I think half of them went, but the others have been postponed for the time being. The South American Cup starts in the next couple of days, so we'll try and give you as much updates on them as those races progress. I did say that the next episode would be with a former World Cupper, and as you can see, neither of us are former World Cuppers, but that will now be the next episode. Alan and I thought it would be useful to pack this information into a 20-minute punch episode. And I think that's everything.
Yeah, well, you've got 10 seconds
left. I've got 20 seconds, apparently. So, thank you very much to Ski Racing Media. All the best to Steffi and Noel in their future careers. Great to hear the partnership between Vonn and Svindal. And, of course, all the best to Kilde in his return to snow. Yeah. And, Alan, you've got a few seconds. Yeah. We will say...
ski you later.
Ski you later. Goodbye.